So I decided to start a new drawing series here in my channel, in which I will be focusing in drawing characters, probably popular characters or characters that I enjoy to draw and that I think will be fun to draw. This specific piece that I'm drawing here, it's Captain Ginyu from the Ginyu Force. It's a character from Dragon Ball Z, and the reason I decided to post this one, it's because the other day I posted this image, the final piece, in a Facebook page, and it went pretty crazy. Like, a lot of people comment and ask me if I could do videos about it and show the process. So I thought, like, why not? Why not start a series drawing characters and start with this one? So I don't have the 100% footage. I think it's missing a little bit of the beginning and a little bit of the end. But I thought it would be a good idea to start with this one and maybe just do like a shorter video. But my next video, probably next week already, I already have the footage. I just have to edit the video. It's gonna be much more complete. I'm gonna be showing the step-by-step how I achieve the results, how I break down the image, and my simple steps to get to that result. I think it will be a cool idea. I don't really have a method, or at least I didn't think I did. But the more I try to post these videos and show my process, I kind of learn about myself as well, and about my steps and my methods. So I think that's just gonna help my art journey. So like I mentioned, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the steps that I take to achieve my results in my next video. But you can see that I'm using a toned paper, and a gray tone paper specifically for this drawing. And you're gonna see me using a lot of those papers because it was kind of like a love at first sight, right? That's how I say it. I just got in love with this paper. It's just like the texture, it feels really good, and it can handle the eraser pretty well. And since it can handle the eraser well, that allows me to just be a little more creative and don't overthink too much about making mistakes, because I can literally go back and forward and I'm not gonna be damaging my paper. Very different than if you were working with a white Bristol paper or a Moleskine sketchbook. Not that I don't like those papers, I do, but there is a different quality to the gray or to the tan tone papers. It's just more fun to draw. And of course, maybe the main quality of these papers is that since they already have a middle tone, that middle value, so you can be more creative with your contrast as well. Because in a white paper you can just add the darks, right? You can start to get darker and darker with your pencil, but since you already have the middles, it allows you to add the highlights, so you can add tones of white. And that's what I use in this drawing. You're gonna see I'm using a white charcoal for the highlights, and that's really fun because allows you to have a different perspective too in contrast. So if you never tried this kind of paper, I highly suggest to just give it a try. You're gonna have a lot of fun. Maybe it's not a perfect paper for a final piece, because it gets really darker images, but you definitely gonna have a lot of fun drawing with this kind of paper. So something else you're gonna notice, if you are familiar with the original material, with the original drawing of Captain Ginyu, is that I'm doing very different. I'm doing my own style, and I think that's pretty important too, for you to just play around with the drawing. When you're drawing a character, you don't need to draw exactly the same, and that's what I like to do. I like to put my own twist and take in the image, especially in the rendering part. Like I said, it's really fun to play with contrast in this kind of paper, and that's what I usually do. I draw the characters, but I try to have more fun, especially with the rendering. And you're gonna notice that it's pretty much very different than the original material. I still trying to keep the the same qualities of the drawing, but of course the original Captain Ginyu line work is just more simple. Most animes are way more simple. But even knowing that I'm changing the original material, right, I'm still using a lot of references. I wish I could post all the reference that I'm using, but I'm still trying to figure out about copyright policies on YouTube. So I just don't want to post the images here and then my YouTube video gets like blocked, because that happened before with different contents that I tried to create in the past for something simple, just for posting a single image in the video. Sometimes you can get copyrighted. So until I figure out how to deal with that, if there is, even if you know about YouTube and you know about those things, I'll highly appreciate the comments on how that thing works. If I post an image that is not mine, just a flash of the image, I will get copyrighted. If you know anything about, I will highly appreciate if you post. But you'll see that maybe I put in this image 2 or 3 times a little bit of the image that I got based on. But what I do, I usually just Google the name of the character, get a lot of good pictures, and then try to get some that have like a nice contrast or a nice game of light and shadow, so I can have more fun with the pencils. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, this video was a little shorter version, was more like a time lapse and an introduction to the new series that I'm gonna start here. For now, I will just request you guys to please subscribe to the channel, just like if you enjoyed this video. Give me some comments or suggestions on what kind of content you would like to see, or what kind of character would you want me to draw in my own style. Any things at this point is highly appreciated. I want to see engagement and I want to see what people want, so I can just create valuable content. You can expect a new video like this probably in like 5 to 7 days, like a week from now. I do gonna post every Friday a drawing video, but it's not gonna be about characters. It's gonna be more like reflections on life and about myself, about my drawing process, a little bit mixing of philosophy and drawing. And then in the middle of the week, I'm gonna be posting those character drawings. For now, I'm gonna commit with those 2 dates, but things might change in the future. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure this YouTube thing out. But again, thanks for your support, and I hope you enjoy this video and come back for the next one. Bye bye.